If you're the owner of one of these wee beasties, this is a DJI Mini drone, then well done you. You've been able to fly about for the past 4 years with almost no restrictions. But are you thinking about upgrading to the newest version, the DJI Mini 5 Pro? It's about to come out. If you are, and you're thinking, oh, I can't wait till this one comes out, it's going to be fantastic, then stop. If you don't rethink it, you're an idiot. For 4 years, the CAA has had regulations that have allowed owners of a mini type drone, that's any drone that is sub 250 grams, to fly about with almost no restrictions other than not being able to go above 120 metres and not being able to go out of visual line of sight. Apart from that, you can do pretty much anything and go anywhere with one of these wee things because it's under 250 grams. But the CAA are changing everything up at the end of this year, and in a couple of years' time there are other changes. If you want a breakdown of all these changes in detail, in depth, with all of the nerd stats and all of the paragraphs and subsections, then Ian in London has done a fantastic breakdown. You can go to Ian's channel and watch that. What you're going to get here is my take on what you should do if you're about to purchase or you're thinking about purchasing a mini drone, or you're waiting until the Mini 5 Pro comes out from DJI, which should be around about August, and you're going to purchase that. Think again, because come the end of this year, there's going to be a reclassification of drones, and they're bringing back the old C-class mark. Right now, this is complicated, but I'm not gonna get into the complicated side of it. Suffice to say, the CAA regulations aren't very clear, and they're not even proper regulations that are in law. The CAA can propose things that the Department for Transport can then pass a bill or propose a bill in the House of Parliament, and if it passes, it becomes an act of law. We're starting to get complicated already, and I didn't want that. I posted a video, it was actually a live stream a year ago, where I showed quite clearly that the C classification, the C marking that we lost when we came out of the EU, we didn't actually lose at all because the law didn't change. The CAA made updates to their rules and regulations, but there was never a law passed in Parliament to change the classification. And it meant that if you could get or had a C1 mark on a bigger drone above 250 grams, you were legally entitled to fly it under that marking. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about just now. All I want to say today is that if you're about to purchase a new mini drone, a sub 250 gram drone, then hold, don't. There are much better drones that you could buy and fly with the same restrictions as you could and will be able to do come January 2026 with that. For example, if you get yourself a much better drone, this is a Mavic 3, right? It weighs about 875 grams, something like that, which is under 900 grams, that's key. You will be able to fly this drone the same restrictions as you can this wee thing. Now, the advantages of this over this are huge, right? In every way, shape, form, this is a better drone, apart from one thing, and that is the size. This is much more transportable because you can fold it up and put it in your pocket if you like. You need some kind of a bag to carry that. So if you're travelling abroad or anywhere, that can fit in your pocket if you like. That will have to go in some kind of bag. But apart from that, this is a much better drone. Same with the Air 3 series, the Air 3S. Bigger drone, heavier, not able to fly it with as few restrictions as you can. But this wee thing, currently, as of 2026, all of that changes. In my opinion, there is no point in buying a new sub 250 gram drone to take advantage of the fewer restrictions, because as of 2026, there will be no difference in the restrictions between these two drones. If you already have a mini drone, you can continue to use it as before, except for one thing. Now, Ian in London pointed this out and he goes into it in a bit of depth. I'll just make it quite clear and I'll give you my point on it. Come 2026, you're going to have to sit the little CAA test. It's a 20 question test, I believe it was when I did it. And I think you have to get maybe 17, 18 of the questions right to pass. I can't remember, it's been so long since I did it. You currently don't have to do that with a sub 250 gram like this one. Come 2026, you will have to. Any drone over 100 grams will require you to sit that wee test. Now, in my opinion, that's fantastic news, because there are a bunch of people that I like to refer to as nuisance vloggers. You may know them as the name that they prefer to go under, auditors. Now, auditors, many of them use a sub 250 gram drone to cause havoc and cause a nuisance to everyone that they encounter. I doubt if any of them, maybe one or two do, but I doubt if many of them, I doubt if most of them have a flyer ID and haven't taken the test. This new law is going to require them to take the test. And the reason it's good news is because most of these nuisance vloggers are thick. They're illiterate and they will not be able to pass that test. As simple as it is, they just won't be able to do it. I could name a few names. One of the nuisance vloggers recently posted proudly how he had just failed his driving test massively. Why he was posting proudly the certificate to show that he had failed, I don't know. But he's a perfect example of the type of nuisance vlogger who will not be able to pass the flyer ID test and therefore will not be legally allowed to fly his wee sub 250 gram drone that allows him to go where he likes and annoy as many people as he wants. So that's good news for me. But the better news is that those of you who have wanted to fly a bigger drone with a better camera, a longer time of flight because of the bigger battery, more stability in the wind, and generally more features, and generally just a better drone. Those of you who have wanted to fly one of these but have never bought one because of the extra restrictions that come with it, and have stuck with the mini drone, which is a capable drone and has got a lot of great features, you'll now be able to get yourself an Air 3S series drone or a Mavic 3 or Mavic 4, it's coming out soon too, style of drone, provided it's under 900 grams. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, it's great news. Okay, there's a thing coming up in hand with that called remote ID, but this video is not about remote ID. It's just to try to persuade you to hold off on the purchase of a new sub 250 gram this year and wait. I had the opportunity a year ago to upgrade my Mini 3 Pro to the Mini 4 Pro when it came out. But I took some time and I did some research and I realised and I knew that these changes were coming. They had to come. It was inevitable. And I knew back then, and I even live streamed about it, I knew back then that it wouldn't be long before the Mavic 3 and any other drone under 900 grams, that's why I bought this one and not the Mavic 3 Pro, which is over 900 grams. I specifically went for this one, which is under 900 grams. And I knew that this change would come soon and would allow people who fly this to fly this. So, those of you who do own an Air 3S or a Mavic 3, well done you. The value of your drone has just shot up. So if you want to sell it, now is a great time because you'll make a good profit. Anyway, that's all I have to say on it. Like I've said twice already, if you want a more in-depth breakdown of all of the regulations, and you can take the multiple subs and subsections and paragraphs within the subsections, then go and visit Ian in London's channel where he does it fantastically. And before I go, could I ask you wee thumbs up for this video, please? Put a comment in too if you can, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, it would really help if you did subscribe, because my channel's been tanking recently. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, a like, and do all that stuff. Anyway, till the next time I speak to you, cheerio the now.